Hey, it's Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews, and welcome back to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews, where I review beers and ales from around New England. And today, the Blatant Beer Company of Williamsburg, Massachusetts, and Fiskdale, Massachusetts, depending on which website you go to, this is their Blatant IPA. The Blatant IPA comes in with an ABV of 6.5% ABV. This is their signature beer. The brewery itself has only been around since 2000, founded by a former brewer at Offshore Brewing, also of Massachusetts, which has been around a little longer. So the bottling began on their brews in February of 2012. So this is a pretty new brewery out of Massachusetts. And they use 4 hops to brew this particular beer. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. I have never had anything by Blatant, and so I'm looking forward to trying out the IPA today. So let me pop off the cap. And as you can see, if you look close enough, you might see a little bit of the carbonation bubbles floating up out of the bottle. And also, you might also see a little bit of the carbonation itself right there at the top of the neck of the bottle. Let's give it a pour into the shipyard glass. India Pale Ales come in many different ways. Some people like theirs to be darker in color. Some people like theirs to be kind of unfiltered and hazy. So let's check out what Blatant has done with their IPA. This is their signature beer, I think I mentioned that, and it's a beer that appears to be fairly popular for those who have heard of this brewery. So let's check out the look. Well, I'm looking at a pale yellow, incredibly milky and cloudy, as you can see. Some basic carbonation working its way up the glass, and this humongous head on top. So, checking out the aroma. Alright, hops. Yep, hops, that's for sure. Getting a good dose of floral and earthy hops. As I think I mentioned, they use 4 different hops to brew this beer. So they are pretty much up front and center on the aroma. Alright, let's check out the taste. The body is light to medium. IPAs are the kind of beers you might like to drink in the summer months, and it is still July when I'm recording this. Missing traffic behind me, that's for sure. A lot of cars coming and going. But anyway, back to the beer. The taste on this does have a rather, short and sweet biscuit maltiness, pale malts at first, but then those hops kind of roar in from the backside. But they're not super bitter. I mean, they're definitely giving the kind of a moderate bitterness, let's say, on the end. Lingers a little bit, not a whole long period of time, but just a little bit. One thing I should add about the body, I'm getting kind of almost a smooth texture as well. The body itself stays together pretty well on my tongue. Doesn't fall apart into carbonation bubbles despite the huge head that's on this glass. But taste-wise, again, kind of biscuit and pale malts up front, but those hops really kind of come in and sort of take over the whole flavor, toward the end. It's one of those quick bits of biscuit and pale malts, and then suddenly it's hoppy. But it's not super bitter, hoppy, pucker up, some people really like their hops to be super bitter and just really kind of make you almost like pucker up your mouth and kind of wince and all that kind of thing. I like my hops to be a little more subtle. I don't mind hops being forward when you're talking about an IPA. I really don't mind that at all. However, I don't like the hops to be really the main flavor, and that's not what's happening here. It's a refreshing brew. It's a pretty good brew for the summer months, and pretty likable. I'm not sure who to compare it to, but it's definitely got a good biscuit character at first, and a decent hoppiness going on as well. And as I'm sitting here, it's starting to rain. You might see a couple of raindrops, so I guess I gotta kind of wind this down, or we might have a watered down beer here pretty quick. So That's it for today. This is the Blatant IPA. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.